one of the things that annoys people the most here is that I don't basically toe a line. Do you understand that I really don't take sides, and I will have a go right, left, and centre. You know, I remember way back in the day, I was pulled aside once by a person in authority, and I was asked, "Well, you're having a go at the DUP an awful lot these days. Could you maybe just?" And I had to explain. I do current affairs. You understand? I follow the news. You know, I'm not going to make stories up just to balance stuff out. That's not the way this works. You're doing politics. You're talking about what's happening in the world. That's the way it is. And for a long time, the duppers were up there. The duppers were up there. It was hard to see anything else because they got duped by Boris, the sea border. It was disastrous. You know what I mean? Arlene, get away. All that stuff was going on, so that you were talking to the duppers a lot. But the Shinners, they have come in late, but they have picked up that shitey baton and they're running full steam. Has a party ever done so much damage to itself in the history of Irish politics? Will somebody intervene? The self-harming going on within Sinn Féin, it's getting embarrassing. It's too easy for me. Do you understand? It's getting too easy. You know, the whole press officer thing, McMonagle, the whole disaster with him, where they give him references and all that stuff. Shh, say nothing. That seems to be the policy. But of course, they learned their lesson, obviously. Learned their lesson with that there. You know, they put Conor Murphy out, made a total dick of himself, right? Embarrassed himself, embarrassed the party, embarrassed everybody. So, obviously, if anything else is going to happen, they're going to, no. Goes Nial O'Donnell, right? Nial O'Donnell, whatever I can't. We Nial in the Senate, right? You think that have learned some lessons here. No lessons were learned. Because the same sort of stuff, they came out and they sort of said, we're going to, well done, great job. Give him a glowing reference, right? Mary Lou McDonald gave him a glowing reference when he left. And that has somewhat come back to bite them on the arse. And every week there seems to be another balls up. You understand? You think they can't do anything. They can't make it any worse than they do. Because nobody seems to be talking between Mary Lou McDonald in the Dáil and Michelle O'Neill in the Assembly, because, you know, they're making contradictory statements. There's all stuff going on, which has led to them this week. Mary Lou having to go to the Dáil and Michelle having to go to the Assembly to correct the record because they said the child was 17 that Niall was sending these messages to. No, wee fella went on to the newspapers last Sunday and pointed out that at the time he was actually 16, which makes it even worse. You understand? So there's been grovelling apologies made, and it's just getting worse and worse because you couldn't make this up. Because Niles was the Lord Mayor of Belfast, so obviously Niles' portrait was taken down off the wall. Right? A genius party member. Right, I had decided, this is a great idea. I'm going to deface and vandalise a dupper's portrait. I'll show them.
Please? Are you serious?
So now they're having to apologise over that. Will somebody please get some sort of grip? It's going beyond a joke. This is satire, but you're outdoing me. The Shinners right now are outdoing what I can do. They're so I can't keep up. I just can't keep up with it. And that's not, and that seems to be, from looking from the outside, seems to be the Sinn Féin policy regarding all these scandals, right? Their genius policy is say nothing. They're not talking to Mark Carruthers. They're not talking to Tracy McGee. They're not talking to any media up here. They're basically getting asked to come on and explain what's going on. Say nothing. Let me tell you, people. The days when say nothing and you'll be out in 3 days. That's no longer going to play. It's not playing. You need Mary Lou and Michelle to come on to these programs and go, we have made hay balls up of monumental proportions. We apologise to all concerned. We have learned lessons which we will implement to ensure that similar scenarios never happen in the future. Just an ounce of humility. Just a wee smidgen of acceptance and acknowledgement of the level of shite you have dug yourselves into would help you get out of it. That's from me, free and gratis. I'm quite sure that's what the party will do this coming weekend. I don't think so. I do not think so. I think it's still going to be,
No, nobody's available. There's nobody here to talk to the media. Who am I? I am not obliged to answer those questions. I have,
Not gonna play.
but keep doing it. Because I'm loving this shit. I'm just loving this. This is great. This is great crack. No, seriously. This is great crack, all they are.
I know. There's no need for that. Hey, there was no need for that, like. There was no need for that.